hello, good evening, or morning, or afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. Anyway, I would like to give you guys a brief explanation as to the purpose of these other chakras that exist outside of our body. Most people are unaware to the idea that those are the different levels of consciousness that connect us to the different levels of reality beyond our physical world. Now, for instance, we have a total of 7 major chakras and then 5 outer chakras that exist outside of our body, a total of 12. So if we were to take the concept of the idea that we live in a living universe where everything is animated and everything is alive, from planets to stars, from stars to galaxies, from galaxies to the universe. And then in turn, our universe is like one big gigantic cosmic cell with other universes that make up even a greater cosmic organism known as the central mother universe. So going back to the concept of the 5 chakras, it appears that according to all my research, that this is how interconnected we are with the 12 densities that comprise our local universe. So each density is a level of consciousness that we are able to access. So when we go beyond the 7th chakra, which is what opens up the door to our higher self, the mighty I am presence, the divine aspect of God source that we are, we begin to then merge our individual consciousness with the greater consciousness of our planet. And that is when we activate to the 8th chakra. So the 8th chakra is the planetary consciousness of Mother Gaia. And furthermore, as we go higher beyond the 8th chakra, we begin to access the mind and consciousness and awareness of our star, Helios. And how do we do that? By activating the 9th chakra. So the 9th chakra corresponds to the stellar consciousness that merges with our individual unit of consciousness. If we go beyond that, we also have the 10th chakra, which corresponds to the living entity known as our constellation. So our constellation, which comprises of several thousand solar systems, is also a living entity within the body of our galaxy. So in order to access the consciousness of our constellation, in which our solar system and our planetary sphere is a part of, we have to activate the 10th chakra. In addition to that, in order to access the consciousness and awareness of an entire galaxy, like the Milky Way, known as Melchior, because it is an entity on a macro scale, we have to access and open up the 11th chakra, because the 11th chakra allows us to merge our individualized unit of consciousness with the entire awareness of an entire galaxy. And that is why the Jedis in Star Wars were able to access the Force, because they understood the significance of these chakras as different levels of consciousness that connect us to the greater organisms in which we are a part of. If you want to go beyond the galaxy, we also could access the entire consciousness of our entire universe, and that is by opening up the 12th chakra. Once we access and open up the 12th chakra, we become like God, because God is the sum total of all the energy, of all the consciousness of every living entity that makes up the entire universe in which we're a part of. So the 12th chakra represents the consciousness level of our local universe. So that is a brief description as to how powerful and interconnected and how everything is one, how we are able to access these higher levels of consciousness by merely just tapping into these chakras that we have. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week.